After the death of Chinese actor Yu Menglong, public attention on him has intensified rather than diminished. However, the Chinese Communist Party authorities' actions have consistently left people feeling pressured and chilled. The game between public sentiment and capital. On October 19, 2025, the day before the 4th plenary session of the 19th Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, a Chinese netizen projected a portrait of Yu Menglong onto the giant Ferris wheel at Lanzhou Wanda Plaza. One netizen commented, "They bet that ordinary Chinese people only have a 7-second memory. Let's show them how long our memories last. They despise us ants. Let's show them the power of ants shaking rotten trees." This is a silent protest by netizens against Yu Menglong's misfortune, and it clearly touches the interests of specific individuals. After the so-called CCP main melody film Seeds of Fire starring the capital tycoon Tian Hairong was boycotted across the entire internet, another film has faced the same backlash. The Next Typhoon, produced by Fong Li, who was involved in the Yu Menglong case, has also been widely boycotted online. Its current pre-sale box office is only $1,684 USD. It seems Fong Li has strong feelings about this, as he placed a particular scene at the very beginning of the trailer for The Next Typhoon as if venting something. This can't help but remind people of the big blue fish exhibited at the Beijing Qihao Art Museum on June 30th, 2025. The Beijing Qihao Art Museum linked to Yu Menglong's murder has become a focal point for public outrage. In response to the outcry, the museum has displayed a new specimen, a human figure topped by a fish wearing the same clothing and shape as those of Yu Menglong. Some of Yu Menglong's early behind-the-scenes footage has surfaced online, and it's hilarious. This is a behind-the-scenes clip of Yu Menglong from the costume drama Go Princess Go. Back then, he was pretty sunny and lively, but on June 24, 2024, while filming the period drama Long Night Walk, his face was devoid of any emotion, let alone a hint of joy. One could sense he was deeply depressed. Ouch, ouch. Be careful. Hey, make way. Come on, Meng Meng. Let me pass, let me pass. Let him pass, let him pass. One netizen commented, "How much torture and suffering must have gone into turning such a bright and gentle child into a pale and expressionless person? How many of those around him truly cared for him, or did they exploit him?" Another lamented, "How could he escape under 24/7 surveillance? With no ID, no cash, and no transportation, the bad guys could track him down, trapping him like a dragnet. Even so, he managed to gather evidence and ultimately refused to surrender. It's truly remarkable." Yu Menglong gained recognition for his role as the second male lead, 9th Prince Chi Han in Go Princess Go, and then shot to stardom as Bai Zhen in Eternal Love. He subsequently starred in several television series, all of which received positive reviews. After a 3-year hiatus, he continued to star in several more, significantly improving his acting skills. On the surface, it seemed his acting career would continue to rise, but what's truly chilling upon closer thought is that behind it all lay the CCP regime's hidden calculations. Were the 3 historical dramas preparations for a sacrifice? On November 4th, 2018, filming officially began for the historical marital arts drama The Love Lasts Two Minds starring Yu Menglong. However, the scene setup was extremely strange. Netizens commented one after another, "What's with these flowers? It really looks a bit like a memorial for the dead. So many white flowers, and they even added a bit of red just to cover it up. These flowers are wrong, they're not fresh, the color scheme is very depressing." Some people also noted that the chanting heard at the scene was strange. Someone responded, "In Buddhism, chanting can be for blessings or for delivering souls of the deceased. Blessings are for the living, deliverance is for the dead." Another asked, "Chanting in a temple is normal, but is it appropriate to display photos of a living person together with such strange flower arrangements?" In fact, Yu Menglong himself clearly sensed the eerie atmosphere on site. He looked visibly suppressed and unhappy. When fans at the scene asked to take photos with him, they suggested posing by the flower display. However, Yu Menglong, who had just a moment earlier been kindly handing out candy to fans, insisted twice on taking the photos near the trees instead, staying away from the flowers. Let's take a photo. Let's go over there where there are trees. Let's take a photo over there where there are flowers. One netizen pointed out, he knew it in his heart and he clearly felt something strange, yet he tolerated it all. In June 2023, Yu Menglong filmed the TV series An Umbrella in the Mist. Logically, this was his first TV series after being shelved by Tianyu Media for 3 years, and he cherished it significantly. But a bizarre scene occurred on the set. This is the scene of Yu Menglong cutting his birthday cake during the filming of An Umbrella in the Mist. Is this a windproof lighter? Happy birthday! On this birthday cake, the name Yu Menglong was actually written in black, and the ring of cream decorations around the cake was grey, giving off a rather ominous feeling. Filming of the drama was completed on August 9th, 2023. A video allegedly showing Yu Menglong cutting the cake to celebrate the wrap-up of filming also circulated online on August 8th of the same year. Who bought this knife? It looks great. Don't get it on your clothes. Okay, no problem. Thank you, everyone. Some netizens pointed out that the font color is extraordinary. Indeed, the name Yu Menglong was written in grey on the cake, while the phrase "wrap successfully" was written in red. The ring of cream decoration around the cake was once again grey. Netizens described the cake's design as bizarre, saying it looks like a funeral wreath or something you'd see in a cemetery, questioning whether there was a hidden meaning behind it. Some even claimed, "It said this cake was made as Yu Menglong's final coffin. This is the end." At the time, a visible bruise could be seen under Yu Menglong's left eye. While filming this drama, Yu Menglong had many crying scenes. This is a behind-the-scenes clip of him checking out the footage on set. He still seems immersed in the plot, crying. Many believe he was genuinely expressing his feelings while filming this drama, lamenting his experiences over the years. However, others offer a different interpretation. One netizen made a startling summary of Yu Menglong's various TV series. He was a god in eternal love, half human, half god in Love Lasts Two Minds, and An Umbrella in the Mist. Because the word rain sounds similar to Yu in Chinese, they symbolize the death of a person by disembowelment, a ritual commemoration of his 9 years of fame and prosperity. Furthermore, Yu Menglong was already weeping profusely during An Umbrella in the Mist. It seems that the tragic fate of his characters in these scripts was deliberately arranged. What's even more disturbing is that after this so-called sacrifice trilogy was completed, they even prepared a coffin-lid cake for him. It's hard not to conclude from this. While Yu Menglong appeared to be taking on acting roles, in reality he may never have escaped the Chinese Communist regime's control and its sinister, calculated manipulation of his career. Yu Menglong is undeniably handsome, especially in historical costume, where he has been praised as the most beautiful man in ancient-style dramas. Yet despite such extraordinary looks, he has appeared in surprisingly few historical dramas, which inevitably raises questions. Was there something going on behind the scenes? In fact, the production team of the TV drama The Untamed approached Yu Menglong, hoping he would play the male lead Long Wangji. Yu Menglong also shot the costume test photos. Still, Tianyu Media firmly refused to allow him to take the role, reportedly fearing that he would become too popular and challenging to control if the show made him a star. This is the video of Yu Menglong's costume fitting as Long Wangji. The CCP's long-term scheme is laying out its net. Tianyu Media's control over Yu Menglong actually began years ago. If we look back even further, we can see that an invisible net had already started closing in around him quietly. An insider revealed that Du Qiang, born in 1988, Zhou Pin, born in 1987, and Yu Menglong, born in 1988, all graduated from Beijing Contemporary Music Academy. A netizen even dug up old photos from social media showing Du Qiang, Yu Menglong, and others together at early gatherings. This is a photo taken on April 24, 2011, showing Yu Menglong and Du Qiang at a gathering with others. This is an early photo of agent Du Qiang, who is the same age as Yu Menglong. This is a post from October 30th, 2013, which reads, "On this chilly day, having hot pot at home with the kids is perfect. With Zhou Yizhe, Zhou Pin's real name, and Du Yingcheng, Du Qing's real name, the only one missing is classmate Yu Menglong." Yu Menglong said that in his early years, while making music videos in Beijing, he met some friends who recommended him to participate in talent competitions. In 2010, Yu Menglong participated in Happy Boys, and in 2013 he returned, achieving 10th place in the national finals, after which he debuted. This is a clip of him sleeping in during the 2010 Happy Boys competition. Everyone wake up immediately and meet at breakfast in 15 minutes. As a result, some have speculated that the group had been keeping an eye on Yu Menglong from early on, luring him into talent competitions, having him signed by TNU Media, and then gradually gaining control over him. On the surface, Zhou Pin, Du Qiang, and Yu Menglong all appear to be longtime friends. Zhou Pin even customized songs for Yu Menglong during the early stages of his career. After Yu Menglong ran into trouble, Zhou Pin posted on social media, "When a whale falls, all things are born," which netizens interpreted as a veiled message. Netizens commented, "All three graduated from the same school. If Meng were my classmate, I'd be spoiling him and helping him non-stop, and yet they bullied him just because he had no background." Oh my, the more you think about it, the scarier it gets. Middle school classmates, shouldn't they have been best friends for so many years? The fact that they could actually do this, it's terrifying. Yu is so kind. How could he imagine being betrayed by friends he had known for over a decade? Maybe that's exactly why, surrounded by friends he had known since childhood, kind-hearted Yu believed they wouldn't harm him. But he truly had terrible luck. Yet he's also the only person I've ever seen who remains kind, upright, and true to himself. Additionally, male star Fan Shiqi also participated in Happy Boys with Yu Menglong in 2013. Both competed in the Beijing singing division and advanced to the top 10 nationwide. After the competition, they both signed with TNU Media. This is a video of Fan Shiqi and Yu Menglong during the Happy Boys live broadcast. Meng, what song are you going to sing? I think we should all sing 10 years together. Okay. See you at our usual place in 10 years, right? Does July have headphones? Come on. July, you're so calm. You told me you don't have headphones. Don't you have earphones? Zhou Pin later became the owner of Multi-Org Culture Media Company in Tianjin's Wuqing district. Yu Menglong's agent, Du Qiang, was also a senior executive at the company. It seems that those with ulterior motives had surrounded Yu Menglong for many years. Some netizens commented, "These so-called friends are a form of lifelong evil, a hunt that lasted over a decade. I believe Zhou Pin bought Yu Menglong from the very beginning, in exchange for controlling his music career." Other netizens believe that even before Yu Menglong debuted, he was targeted because of his outstanding appearance. People around him, motivated by personal gain, urged him to participate in talent competitions that were in reality traps explicitly set for him. Yu Menglong's kindness made him vulnerable to exploitation, and by the time he realized it, he could no longer break free. During the filming of An Umbrella in the Mist, whenever his manager Du Qiang was not present, Zhou Pin was the one accompanying him. Hope Menglong's shoot goes well. Bye, see you later, bye. A netizen analyzed, Zhou Pin is a musician, yet he followed Xiao Yu during the filming of An Umbrella in the Mist, and even during his time at Universal, it was Zhou Pin who stayed close to him. Du Qiang's control and surveillance over Yu Menglong is, by now, widely evident to everyone. Even the red envelope given to Yu Menglong at the start of filming for An Umbrella in the Mist was taken by Du Chong. During the photo session, the director insisted that it be returned to him. When Yu Menglong finally received the red envelope, he carefully glanced at the other person's expression, which explains the later scenes in which he repeatedly cherishes and holds the envelope. Some netizens questioned whether Yu Menglong's red envelope was taken away again after everyone left. Others said, "I cry every time I watch this, and the way he holds the envelope while staring straight ahead, my god, even primetime dramas don't depict this like this." In multiple videos of Yu Menglong before his death, Du Chong is always closely following him. Netizens have repeatedly observed that whenever Du Chong appears, Yu Menglong becomes visibly nervous. And this is not hard to understand. Ever since CCP leader Xi Jinping allegedly decided that Yu Menglong would be used as a sacrificial pawn, Tianyu Media, with its background in state-owned enterprises, began to exert increasingly tight control over him. Du Chong's habit of staying almost right beside Yu Menglong whenever he signs autographs for fans seems to reflect a fear that Yu Menglong is seeking help from the outside world. This is a rare moment of relaxation for Yu Menglong. In fact, such moments were few and far between. Most of the time, he had to face constant surveillance from those around him. Everyone, take a look. This is a set of videos showing Yu Menglong signing autographs for fans on September 6, 2024. There are obvious bruises at the corners of his eyes, which strongly suggest he was physically assaulted. At the same time, he doesn't dare look fans directly in the eyes, likely afraid they might notice something. He also appears very self-conscious, depressed, and suppressed. Notice how he wipes tears from the corners of his eyes with his hand. Did anyone catch that small gesture? It's truly pitiful. Over the past 12 years, he has been controlled and suppressed by this devilish entertainment company. He was frequently beaten with bruises on his body, neck, and the corners of his eyes. Even his meals were controlled. He was not allowed to eat meat, only vegetarian food was allowed. At the lowest point, he survived on just 2 tomatoes a day. Think about it, how does someone over 1.8 meters tall get reduced to this frail state? What exactly are these demons trying to make him do? Yu Menglong's passing awakens the Chinese people. After Yu Menglong's death, he received widespread sympathy and memorials, with many people sharing photos of him discussing the circumstances of his passing online. However, the Chinese Communist Party has tried its best to suppress this information. A netizen posted a screenshot of a conversation in which someone threatened, "If you don't want your family destroyed, delete it quickly. The internet is not beyond the law." Another person replied, "What? Delete what? Why are you threatening me? For what reason? What did I do?" One user angrily commented, "Have these people really gone beyond all bounds?" What this highlights is why Yu Menglong's death has sparked such widespread public outrage. It touches people's conscience. A kind, sunny young man who worked hard to build his life and continuously brought warmth to others was instead subjected to a coordinated crushing under the so-called capitalist system controlled by the CCP. An insider revealed that at the 2019 wrap-up banquet in Hongdian, a female investor handed Yu Menglong a hotel key. But he lowered his head, feigning drunkenness, and refused to take it. The next day, the male lead role he was supposed to play was reassigned, and the promotional posters were replaced overnight. The company poured all the resources into another artist from the same batch, even buying the birthday trending topic in advance. Moreover, because Yu Menglong refused to go along with the corruption, he ultimately passed away. Yet, the so-called rule of law CCP authorities neither provided the public with an explanation nor allowed information to circulate, suppressing public questioning and even threatening those brave enough to speak out. Throughout this process, people both in China and abroad have seen clearly how the CCP treats its own citizens, and how a kind, beautiful, and life-loving young person's life was extinguished. After Yu Menglong's death, many Chinese, especially young people, use VPNs to speak out on overseas social media platforms, and some even declared their withdrawal from the CCP's evil party organizations, publicly drawing a line between themselves and the regime. They have realized that the CCP, this demonic entity, has done far too much harm to the Chinese people over the years, and that only by cutting ties with it can they move toward light and renewal. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.